Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today let's talk about the pressure to keep up. If you're someone who is involved in the luxury community, or you enjoy buying handbags, or you follow the new releases, or you just like this stuff, is there a pressure to keep up? Do you feel there's a pressure to keep up? Do you put that pressure on yourself? Or do you think that pressure comes from other people? Does it come from being on social media? Does it come from looking on Instagram? Does it come from being on YouTube if you're somebody with a channel? And the reason this topic came into my head today was I opened my laptop earlier on to do some work, and I was planning to do real work. Nothing to do with YouTube, nothing to do with handbags, my actual 9 to 5, my business. And YouTube was open on the screen, and on the screen was Meredith's latest video. Now, I will link Meredith's channel down below, Living Luxe with Meredith. Meredith has a fabulous collection. She has a huge Louis Vuitton collection. Louis Vuitton would probably be, I think, her first love and the one that she collects the most of. And she had put out a video on the soon-to-be released Christmas Louis Vuitton animations for 2023. Thanks, Meredith. You stopped me in my tracks. When I was about to open my laptop and do work, I saw Meredith's video and I didn't get any further. I am ashamed to admit that the work went out of the window and play, and Meredith's video came on. And Meredith has been given already some of the photographs of what the Christmas animations are going to be for 2023. Meredith would quite often get early access to new releases because she is a Louis Vuitton collector. And if you're interested in Louis Vuitton or handbags, go down and check Meredith's channel out. I will have it in the description box. So she had the photographs up and I didn't even think. It was like a frenzy came over me, and it was something otherworldly took over my thinking and my mind. And I am normally quite a focused and analytical person, but when I saw Meredith's video of the new Christmas animations, nothing else was going to happen and click, and I was playing it. And it was only after that I thought, why? Is it that you're so obsessed to see the new Christmas animations, or is it because you want to keep up and you want to know about the new releases, you want to know about the new animations, you want to keep up with what's being released by the houses? And when I was watching Meredith's video, I wasn't watching the video from the mindset of which of these pieces are, not even which of, are there any of these pieces that I'm going to really love and want to get to add to my collection? Are there gaps in my collection? Do I need any of these pieces? Is there any that are blowing me away? I wasn't even thinking like that. It was, what can I buy? What of these do I need to order? What do I need to go and speak to Anita for and tell her that I have to have? Not even thinking about whether or not it's something that I actually want to add or not. It was almost a given that there had to be pieces to find. It was like, what can I find on this video that I want to order? What can I find on this video that I want to buy? And I kind of had to have a word with myself. I kind of got to thinking, Carrie Bradshaw style, are you just trying to keep up with the new releases? Are you just trying to keep up with what's coming? You're not even thinking, it was as if it was a fait accompli. What am I going to buy? Before I had even laid eyes on the images, before I had even seen what pieces were being released, what ones am I going to buy? That was the starting point of my mindset. What can I buy? What of these can I buy? Now, the Christmas animations are something that I generally do buy every year. I really like Viv. I know a lot of people are not with me on this, but the Vivian doll from Louis Vuitton, I absolutely love. My trunk is over there. I got Viv onto my trunk when it was hand painted. I love Viv. So I generally will always buy something from the Christmas animations if Viv is on them, or if they are the cities. I really also like it whenever they do the city prints, and I have the Paris from last year, I have London, I have the older Paris one. They're something that I generally do like to collect, and I will give in to my collector tendencies when it comes to those Christmas animation limited edition pieces, and when it comes to those specifics, yes, I will give in to my collector tendencies. And that was apparent in this video. It wasn't even really a thought process. And this year's Christmas animation is, there's a summer scene and a winter scene. The winter scene is skiing and wintry stuff, funny enough, and the summer scene is palm trees and beach scenes, and those are on a number of the items that you'll generally always see. And one of the items that was on the video was the key clay. Now this is the key clay from last year's animation, and it's the Paris, and it's the Vendôme store. Now I was always going to buy this because I love Paris. The Vendôme store I've had some fabulous memories in, I have had brilliant times there, and I was always going to buy this. This was a no-brainer for me. But Meredith, whenever she was showing the new images, showed the clay from this year. And Meredith was talking in her video about how the clay is one of the pieces that generally sells out. This sold out last year. I think even Meredith herself had difficulty getting one last year, getting two last year. And it's something that is always quite a hot item because as per the prices of the Christmas animations go, or the prices of Louis Vuitton in general, the clay is generally the most accessible and you get the beautiful print on it. I wasn't exactly bowled over by the print on the clay, but as Meredith kept talking about the clay being the popular piece, I was thinking in my mind, I have to buy the clay. Is it trying to keep up, or is it FOMO? Is it fear of missing out on the piece, or is it just pressure to keep up with what's coming? And it goes beyond the Christmas animations. The Christmas animations this year, there were certainly the Nano Speedy. The Nano Speedy has a little small Vivian in the corner and I loved it. I have been waiting for a Nano Speedy that is the right one. Is this it? I don't know, but I would like to see the images of it. I really like the Vivian in the corner, and I always like the notebooks with Vivian on them because I kind of collect those as well. So those are the things I'm going to put my stall out and say that I really liked on it. So if you suddenly see 25 pieces coming from the Christmas animation, you'll know that I fell into the keeping up business. So it's not just, it's the Christmas animation certainly, but it's not just that. It's all of the other releases. The Louis Vuitton Go 14, which I was calling Go 14, and I have been corrected. It is the Louis Vuitton Go 14. I don't really love that bag. But the more and more that I have watched that bag, seen that bag, Steph unboxed it on her channel, it's been on Instagram. I did a video about not loving it. Some of you told me it was fabulous, but I don't really love that bag. But whenever the hype was coming through it, I have to be honest and say it crossed my mind, do I need to get that bag? Now, need is a very strong word and not the right word for this situation, but that was actually what was in my mind. Do I need to get this bag? Not because I love it. I don't actually really love it. Not because the price is reasonable. It's not. Not because I need a bag. I don't. But do I need to get this bag because it's the next big release from Louis Vuitton? It's the next it bag. No. That is all about pressure to keep up. That is all about thinking, do I need to get the next release because I have to add it to my shelves? Slow down, Amelia. Take a breath. Because that is not how to shop for these sorts of monies. But there is this pressure to keep up. And it's something that I am very much trying to ensure that I don't fall into. And I think I'm pretty good now, after time, because I've fallen into it before of buying things that weren't right or because it was the next big thing. Generally, I think I'm getting better at buying what I love. There's a lot of the colours in here that are so colourful that would not be the next go bag, the next it bag, or bags that other people would want, but they're what I love and they're what speak to me, and I'm okay with buying those. But not whenever it's just because I feel there's a pressure to keep up. And is that the same with all the releases? Do you ever feel that there's a pressure when there's the next release, and maybe it's the next Chanel release, the Matriarch collection, whatever collection's coming, the next Christmas animation, the next Louis Vuitton, to keep up with what's coming next? And does that tie a little bit into, and we've had comments on videos before, about the cycle of buying and selling. Now personally, I do not really like selling. I have sold bags when they don't work for me. Yep, absolutely. And I have sold bags that I have realised after time, not for me, or I've bought on a whim and shouldn't have bought in the first place. But generally, I don't really like to be buying thinking that I'm going to sell it in a year or so to buy the next thing. But we've commented on this before. Is this part of the pressure to keep up, that you buy something and cycle it and cycle it and cycle it to buy the next big thing? But does that not tie into never being actually content and happy with what you have because you feel the pressure of the next thing and the pressure to keep up with the next thing and the pressure to buy the next thing. So you're looking to see what can I offload to buy the next thing, or I'm not settled with what I have because there's more coming, and this pressure to keep up with what's more coming, is that not going to lead to some discontentment and unhappiness in what we have? I've talked before on this channel about social media and what social media can make appear to be normal and the pressures that social media can apply. But it has to be acknowledged that it plays a part in this need to keep up and this need to buy more or to buy the next big thing. And I've been asked before as well, do I feel that pressure more because I have a YouTube channel? Do I feel the pressure to buy the next it bag, to unbox it, or to buy the next trendy thing to unbox it, or to buy anything in general to unbox it? And do I feel pressure to unbox? I don't think so. I actually sometimes, if I've bought a few things together, I still have the third bag from what I bought before June to unbox. Sometimes when I buy a few things together, I actually almost feel embarrassed to unbox them close together. And in my unboxing, I'm almost apologising for it and explaining it. And I know that's something I have to work on, and I shouldn't be apologising or explaining spending my own money. But I don't feel overly comfortable unboxing lots and lots and lots. So I don't think it's feeling a pressure to keep unboxing. And I don't think I feel a pressure to buy the next big thing once I drill down into it and think about where I'm buying it. But if I'm talking to you just honestly and just about when it first comes out, of course I do. I will admit that I feel a pressure to almost at least consider that next big thing. Like, do I like that? Is that something I would like? And if you unbox new releases on your channel, obviously it's going to drive traffic to your channel. Now, I'm pretty certain that I can say that I don't buy for that reason, and I don't buy bags for that reason. And I think that's evident from the bags that I unbox, because like the saddle bag, for example, the cap you see, they're not the most popular bags. They're not the next it bag. They're not the bag that is trending at the moment. So I don't think that that is because of a pressure to buy it, to unbox it. I'm pretty certain in myself. In fact, I'm certain in myself I buy those because I love them and they're bags that work for me. But it would be completely disingenuous to sit here and say that there isn't a pressure when there's newly released things to look at them and think, oh, one, do I love that, but also that would be a good video. And it's there. Whether or not you fall into it and actually buy the thing, but it is something that comes across my mind. I'm not going to lie and say that I don't consider it. I do consider thinking, oh, I would like to show that to everybody. Would everybody like to see that? Pressure to keep up. Pressure to keep up. It has to be, can't just be me. Tell me in the comment box that it can't just be me who thinks that when you fall into this luxury rabbit hole of this luxury buying handbag world, that there is a pressure to keep buying and to keep updating your collection and to keep looking and buying at the new releases. I love looking at the new releases. Love it. Absolutely love it. And have to remind myself, especially at the moment, not to be buying them and not to think that because it's new I just have to add it. Tell me I'm not on my own. I know this has been quite a chatty video and it's been almost like a stream of consciousness. It really came from me thinking through how I reacted to Meredith's video, and I will link that down below. But let me know in the comment box, am I on my own out here? Am I the only one that is feeling a little bit of FOMO and pressure and, you know, look at the next big thing? Let me know in the comment box what you think about it. And if this stream of consciousness has been in any way entertaining, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't yet. And thank you so much for listening to my mutterings, and let me know what you think of them in the comment box. Thank you so much for being here. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.